Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is Societal Narcissism. Bonus video time. No contribution, but I found this and I just want to jump right on it. You know, along my lines of women in positions they shouldn't be holding and the 19th Amendment, you know, really what I'm talking about here is feminine energy, is this pedestaling of feminine energy. And feminine energy is toxic. Feminine energy destroys everything it touches. And I'm about to show you what I'm talking about when I mean feminine energy. Because it's the feminine energy that has basically slouched us down this road to Gomorrah for 60 years. It's a story out of Washington State, which is completely batshit insane. The public defender for Raul Benitez Santana, the illegal immigrant with a criminal record, who was driving drunk and high at over 100 miles per hour and plowed into Trooper Gadd, killing him instantly, is claiming not all car accidents are crimes. She claimed it was dark on the darkest stretches of I-5 and unfortunate circumstances led to a tragic accident. She blamed Gadd for being parked on the shoulder in a speed trap. Well, I have no love for cops hiding in speed traps. Okay? I don't. However, and I fully believe, that every person to believe in this country is entitled to a vigorous defense because it gives the victims closure. However, there are certain areas that should not be gone into, even if you're an attorney trying to get your client. I mean, some arguments are so ridiculous. How do you make them? Well, some arguments are so ridiculous that only a woman or somebody of protected status could make them. And that's what we got here. This is good. This is short.
In the dark, early morning hours of May 2nd, 2024, a series of unfortunate circumstances collided.
You notice how they use the vocal fry, the sing-song, okay? Right off the tone, it's not fair. It's not fair. This is feminine energy, trying to make everything equal or fair, and that's not how life works. And what feminine energy does, it tries to mandate through the government to make everything, oh, that's not fair. And that's not how it works.
In one of the darkest stretches of I-5. And that coming together of...
Mind you, he's illegal. He has no license, no insurance. He's drunk. He's high. He's driving over 100 miles an hour. It's dark. The darkest section of I-95. Like, you got to listen to this.
These unfortunate circumstances.
Unfortunate circumstances. Do you see how it works? No male lawyer, unless he's a complete idiot, would go down this road. Nobody, because they're going through the compassionate route. It's not fair. It can happen to anybody. Feminine energy destroys society.
Led to a tragic accident. We had a blacked out SUV parked on the side of the road, giving no warning to any other driver on the road that night of its presence. We had a black SUV traveling above the posted speed limit, and we had a white van being driven by a sleep-deprived and inexperienced driver who forgot to turn on his headlights.
He's from Mexico. They don't have cars in Mexico? How do you forget to turn on your headlights? It's at night. It's the darkest section of it. You can't see your lights aren't on. Also, all these cars have automatic headlights already. So what kind of beaten down piece of shit is this guy on the operating on the road? You need experience to know you can't see? She leaves out the part that he's high and drunk, by the way.
And when these three circumstances collided, not only did it result in a catastrophic accident, it resulted in the tragic death of Trooper Gadd, but it is not a crime. Not all car accidents are crimes.
It's a car accident. It's just a car accident. Not all car accidents are a crime. Driving high and drunk at 100 miles an hour without a license and insurance is. Also, she claimed that the SUV, the police car on the side of the road was blacked out. The car's white. I'll show you. I might have to pull it up on Google. But let's find out exactly what the story was. Anticipated trial begins for immigrant accused in deadly crash of Washington State Police trooper. One Snohomish County's most anticipated trials is set to begin Friday, involving an undocumented migrant accused of driving impaired and causing the death of a Washington State Patrol trooper. Raul Benitez Santana, 33, faces charges of driving drunk, crashing into the back of a state patrol cruiser at Interstate 5 in Marysville on March 2nd, 2024. The collision resulted in the death of Trooper Christopher Gadd, 27, who was seated in the driver's seat of the patrol car at the time. Investigators allege that Benitez Santana was traveling at speeds exceeding 100 miles an hour when the crash occurred. So he's going 100 miles an hour, but he's sleep deprived with his lights off. Benitez Santana is a citizen of Mexico and was in the U.S. illegally at the time he was arrested for Trooper Gadd's death. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, placed an immigration detainer on him within a week of when he was booked into the Snohomish County Jail for charges of vehicular homicide. As a result, defense attorneys allege pretrial publicity of the immigration status tainted the potential jury pool. They argued prosecutors violated the state's sanctuary laws by colluding with ICE in the weeks after charges were filed. How the state police colludes with ICE, since they're both... See, shit's just gone crazy on the West Coast. Washington State's another one of those states you need to get the fuck out of. The accusation against Mr. Benitez Santana includes the charged question of whether a Latino man who has been maligned by the media, the public, elected officials as an undocumented Mexican criminal unlawfully caused the death of a police officer, the defense argued. The state reasonably should have known that including... Oh, wait, I should do it in her voice. The state should have known that including information about the client's immigration status in a publicly filed court document would result in its dissemination to the public and could materially prejudice the adjudicative process. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. He didn't know, guys. He didn't. That's feminine energy. That's what has infested society, because it's everywhere. It's in the court system. It's the lawyers. It's the judges. It's the teachers. It's in the corporate jobs. It's in the school systems. When you can't call a criminal a criminal, I got it. She's a defense attorney. She's supposed to do. But there's areas you don't go into. There are areas only a woman could make, arguments only a woman could make, and this is one of them. In response, the judge denied the defense's motion to halt the trial, noting that the correspondence between prosecutors and ICE happened after the detainer was already in place. I don't see any information in the record for the court to conclude that the state actively pursued or contacted ICE to obtain the initial detainer, Judge Karen Moore said. So Judge Karen even's like, yeah, you can't do that. The balls to actively try to get this case thrown out because the police contacted ICE is just shows you, but she said it in this vocal fry voice, and it's just about, it's just about fairness. To have this illegal driving drunk and high at over 100 miles an hour, she wants to get him back out on the street. That's feminine energy. That's feminine energy destroying society for you. Gad served with the state patrol for 2.5 years before his death. He left behind a wife and young daughter, as well as his father, who is also a state trooper, his mother and sister, who works as a trooper in Texas. Gad was the 33rd member of the state patrol to die in the line of duty. Yeah, this is the one with the picture of, hold on, I'll show you. Where is it? Let me show you here. Search. Trial begins. I had it here. Is this the same one? Anticipate trial begins. Trial. Yeah, here it is, right here. Is that blacked out to you? Is that a black? It's white. It's a white SUV. Yet she stood there. She stood there in open court and lied. And lied. But she did it like this because it's fair, guys. That's women. That's women. Truck's not blacked out. Maybe the lights are off. It ain't a blacked out truck. Blacked out means the whole thing is black. The windows, the doors, the writing on it, blacked out. That is a white SUV sitting on the side of the road. Maybe if her client wasn't drunk and high, he would have saw it. Maybe if her client didn't violate immigration laws and did things legally and got a legal license, he would have saw it. But he was still drunk and high. But it's feminine energy. But come on, guys, it's just allow. Only a woman would be allowed to do that. Well, no, I mean a male lawyer too. Does she face any repercussions for telling a whopper like that? She can stand in open court and tell a whopper like that. But she'll say, oh, well, his lights are off, so it's blacked out. So, it's subjective where it's not. This is how feminine energy has infested society, has gotten into government, into corporate, into everything, and just destroyed it. Because it's fair. Come on. Come on, he's an illegal, he doesn't know, he was sleep deprived. No mention of him driving over 100 miles. No mention of him being drunk and high. Right? Oh, and the truck was blacked out. No, it wasn't. It was white. So, it is what it is. There it is, guys. I'm going to keep hammering this issue. And I know a lot of you ladies don't like it, but I know a lot of you do. I know there's a bunch of you on here that do. So, and you understand where I'm coming from. These women will destroy society. Every time you've had a matriarchal society in history, it is in the most brutal. They are the most brutal in world history. Look it up. So, I'm going to leave it there. I think this will be my last video of the day, unless something else piques my interest. Who knows? So, thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions in the comment section below. And if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with either the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, an email link in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Also, be sure to subscribe to both my channels on Rumble. Follow me on X and Telegram as well. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Societal Narcissism. Take care, everyone.